Good game out there tonight, son. I'm the GM of the 76ers, and I must say I was impressed with your performance. We have the 16th pick in the draft, and I'm considering using it on you. I'd like to ask you a couple of questions, real quick, if you don't mind. We already have some good guards on our roster in Drew Holiday and Evan Turner. Where do you see yourself fitting in with those guys?
Look, I'm not really a fit with your current roster. You guys already have some nice guards on the roster, guys that would cut into my playing time. I'd rather go to a place where my talents will be best used, and I'm sorry, but that's not Philly.
All right then, one more. It takes a strong will to play here in Philadelphia. If you give your heart and soul to the team, the fans will support you completely with their adoration. On the other hand, if you ever badmouth them or not give 100% out on the court, they will turn on you in a heartbeat and boo you relentlessly. They truly are the best fans in basketball and expect nothing less than your best. Do you think you have the makeup to play in this city?
Philly really isn't the place for me, man. I don't want to feel like I'm constantly being judged by every on-court and off-court action that I make. I'm a private person, and that life is just not for me, you know?
Thanks for answering our questions. I don't know that we're a fit for you at this time. We'll need to discuss internally. I'll be in touch.
Greetings. I'm the GM and Director of Player Personnel for the Rockets. In addition to the 14th pick, we also have the 23rd pick in the upcoming draft and are looking at you with one of those picks. We'd like to get to know you better by asking you a couple of questions. Let's get to it. As a younger team, I feel like we have a lot of opportunities for you. I'm here to tell you you have a chance to be our franchise centerpiece if you put in the work. How many other teams can offer you that? That being said, we still have a couple of years ahead of us where we're going to be acquiring young talent and assets. We might struggle a bit in those years. Are you going to be able to remain focused during the rebuilding years?
I've never really lost in my entire life. I've always been good enough to propel every team I've ever been on to success. I realize the NBA will be different in that regard, at least at the start of my career. This will really test my patience, but as a man, I'm up for the challenge. I know I would have my man Kevin Martin there to help carry the load.
Interesting. Next question. How did you feel about your game tonight? What stood out to you?
Great, man. I feel great. I really feel like I put my talents on display out there. When you guys go back and watch the tape, I think you'll realize what you'd be getting in me. A future all-star, no doubt, baby.
Thanks so much for your time. I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but we would be ecstatic if you're still on board when it's our turn to pick.
Well played out there tonight. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the GM of the New York Knicks. We currently have the 17th pick in the draft and are narrowing down our list of draft targets. If you wouldn't mind, I'd like to ask you a couple of questions. Like LA, playing in New York is like playing under the microscope. Your every move on the court will be critiqued and analyzed by the fans who expect nothing less than a championship year in and year out. Beyond that, your every move off the court will be chronicled and fed to the public by the paparazzi. What I'm trying to ask is, are you ready for this? Is this a lifestyle you can feel comfortable living while still maintaining your full focus on the team?
I was raised different than most other kids with big aspirations. I get uncomfortable when the spotlight's cast on me in a negative light. I don't like being tailed by photographers when all I want is to get a bite to eat. I like to keep my personal life private. The New York lifestyle, it's just not for me.
Next question. Do you feel pressure to be good right away in this league?
Nah, I won't feel any pressure to be good right away. I understand the NBA has the greatest basketball players in the world. I get that. There'll definitely be a learning curve to the level of play here. I'll adjust in time, and when I do adjust, watch out, baby.
Well, that didn't go quite as I expected. We'll see you at the draft.